Ready to experience some movie magic with the family at Universal Studios Orlando?
With rides for all ages, character meetups, and some great dining options available, there's plenty of ways for everyone to have fun.
Today we're going to help you maximize your enjoyment by looking at some tips and tricks to consider when traveling to Universal Orlando with kids.
If you find this video helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more travel content.
Tip number 1, plan ahead. The key to a tear-free visit is proper planning. The last thing you want is to walk up to a ride only to be turned away because your child isn't tall enough. That may be disappointing to you, but it can be devastating to them. Universal has all the height requirements for each ride available online, allowing you to know what rides you'll be able to enjoy with the whole family while at the parks. Online, you'll also be able to access park maps, allowing you to chart out your plan of action once you enter Universal, and a loose itinerary for your must-see attractions. Downloading the Universal Studios Orlando app in advance will also help you once you've arrived, giving you live wait calculations, letting you strategically pick and choose which ride to check out next. Fast and Furious may have a 45-minute wait, but the map could show that the Simpsons ride is only 15 minutes.
Tip number 2, stay at a nearby hotel. When going on a vacation to Universal Studios, you may look into Universal Resort hotels. These places offer appealing perks like early park admission, but they can also be quite pricey. On-resort hotels aren't the only option though. There are plenty of places to stay nearby at all different budget ranges. Some are even official Universal partners, which give you the chance to buy tickets and book free transportation from the comfort of your hotel. Staying nearby is essential when you want to experience as much time as you can inside the parks.
Tip number 3, use the stroller services. Now, let's talk about making your life a whole lot easier when visiting with young kids. Stroller services. Save some trunk space and rent a stroller once you're in the park. Trust me, those little legs can tire quickly, and having a stroller can be a game changer. We rented a stroller at Universal Studios for $35, and it was great for keeping our child comfortable throughout the day, while we enjoyed all the attractions that the park had to offer.
Tip number 4, bring an extra set of clothes. Kids and unexpected messes go hand in hand, and as expert parents, you already know to bring an extra pair of clothes wherever you go. But this is especially important at Universal. We went to Universal's Island of Adventure on a rainy day, and we went on a bunch of water rides without bringing an extra change of clothes, which was a big mistake. We ended up shelling out $7 to use their body dryer machines that didn't even work that well. Eventually, after walking around the park soaking wet, we ended up going back to our hotel to change into something warm. So, whether it's a water ride, the weather, or an enthusiastic encounter with their favorite character, having spare clothes for your kids ensures that the fun never stops.
Tip number 5, have your phone or camera ready for those impromptu character meetups. One thing Universal Studios is great at is the constant character interaction. Unlike Disney, where you need to wait in long lineups to see your favorite character, at Universal, they're often just hanging out, walking down the street. We were walking in one of those areas recently and looked to our left to see Beetlejuice, standing on the sidewalk, no handler, no lineup, he was just chilling. Then, after the Minion ride, Gru and his daughters were waiting at the exit. The X-Men were strolling through Superhero Landing. It seems like there's characters around every corner, so make sure your phone is charged and ready to capture all those character meetups. Your child is going to be so happy.
Tip number 6, use child swap and single rider lanes. Just because your kids are tall enough to go on all the rides, that doesn't mean you have to miss out on the thrills. Single rider lanes are going to be your best friend. For people who are riding solo or parties that don't need to sit beside each other on the ride, they can hop into that single rider line. These lines are typically shorter than regular ones. For example, the Escape from Gringotts ride had a 55-minute wait the last time we were there, but when I walked down the single rider line, I was on the minecart exploring the depths of Gringotts in less than 10 minutes. Child swap also allows everyone to experience the ride. If your child isn't tall enough, or if they're having second thoughts on going on the ride, you can ask a staff member to use child swap. This will allow your party to split up, with someone hanging out in the child swap area with the kids, while the others go on the ride. After the first group finishes, those waiting at child swap can swap out and experience the ride for themselves.
Tip number 7. Eat at CityWalk. Feeling hungry? There are plenty of places to grab a bite at both the Universal Studios and Island of Adventure, but they can be quite pricey. Instead, if you have picky eaters and you're up for a bit of a walk, leave the park and check out CityWalk. There you'll be able to find everything from fast food to sit-down joints. Burger King, Panda Express, Hard Rock Cafe, Margaritaville, and Cinnabon are just a few of the options you could dine at. While their prices will still be inflated, you'll find a better deal there than if you stayed at the parks.
Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure are experiences that you and your family will cherish forever. When going with kids, a little bit of preparation will go a long way to make sure you have the absolute best time, which I'm sure you will.
If you found this video helpful, please hit like and subscribe, and let us know in the comments some tips for taking your children to a theme park.